I'd said the name out loud the night before, in the one room where saying it cost somebody something. All the way home, I waited for the city to answer. A headline screaming it, a body face down at low tide, a fist on my door at 3 in the morning. Instead, I got rain on the glass and a quiet so complete it felt like I held breath. A man learns to read this town. Noise you can work with. It's the silence that kills you.
Morning. You look like a man who slept with one eye on the door. Coffee's hot, and before you ask, no, the phone hasn't rung. Not once. Not the precinct, not the Chronicle, not a wrong number selling vacuum cleaners. I cleaned this whole desk twice just to hear something.
No call from Brogan.
Not a word. No Brogan, no Marchetti, nobody leaning on a doorframe being charming about it. The whole town's gone polite, and you know how I feel about this town being polite. It means everybody's waiting on the same fella to move, and nobody wants to be the one talking when he does.
Dale didn't worry out loud. She worried in the way she lined up the pencils, square to the blotter, like a straight line might hold the morning together. So when she stopped doing it and looked at me, I knew the easy part of the day was over.
There's one thing. A woman came up before I had the lights on, before the building was open, before I was. She's downstairs now, sitting in the cold. Wouldn't give a name. Said it wasn't about a name she had. It was about a name. Yours, maybe. Or the one you went and said.
They're always playing an angle, Dale. Send her up.
That's the thing. I've watched 100 of them come through that door working a story. This one isn't working anything. She's scared. The real kind. The kind that's been up all night with it. And in this office, scared walking in instead of out? That's new. I don't like new.
The city had been holding its breath all morning, waiting to see what the man at the top would do. And here was the breath letting go. Not a headline, not a body. A frightened woman in the cold downstairs with no name to give, who'd come about the only name that mattered. I'd thrown the punch I'd been saving. This was the first I'd get to see of whatever was standing across from me. She came in out of the rain like she'd been standing in it a long time, deciding. The poise was still there, but it was the poise of a bridge that's already cracked and is just choosing the hour it falls. She sat down without being asked. Women like her never have to be asked. They've already decided you'll listen.
I'm not here to be charming. I haven't got the time, and you haven't got the patience. There's a man. He's mine, in the way that matters. And some very polite people have told him the air in Calloway Bay doesn't agree with him anymore. They've suggested a train. Tonight.
Polite people with suggestions. That's a particular kind of polite. What's he into? Cards, skirts, somebody's wife, somebody's books.
Nothing. That's the part that's killing me. He's clean. He never lifted a dime, never crossed a soul. He just had the bad luck to be standing in a certain room, near a certain door, the night something got said that wasn't supposed to leave it. He didn't even hear it. He was just close enough that somebody upstairs has to wonder.
And there it was. The cold came up through the floor and sat in my chest like a second drink I hadn't ordered. A certain room, a certain door, a name going through it. I knew that room. I'd been the one who put the name in the air. Marchetti wasn't hunting a leak. He was sealing a seam, every man who stood near the sound of it, and her fellow was a thread hanging off the cut I'd made.
You've gone pale, detective. That's almost sweet. See, I asked around before I climbed your stairs. The weather changed in this town a few nights ago, and everybody points the same direction when you ask who changed it. So I'm not begging, I'm collecting. You made this rain. I'm only asking you to answer for one drop of it.
You say it's soft, but you're holding a knife and you know exactly where my ribs are. How long's he got?
Until tonight. The train leaves at midnight. The people who suggested it don't expect him to be on it. They expect the platform to be empty and the matter closed. You have until the clock does the rest.
I'd spent a name to make a man at the top feel something for the first time in 10 years. I told myself it was clean, that it only touched the people who'd earned the touching. But the city doesn't bill the man who orders the rain. It bills the one standing under it. Hers was standing under it now, marked for nothing but proximity, with the hands of a clock closing on him. I had until midnight to answer for one drop. The rest of the storm was still mine to own. The back office at the Blue Room smelled like cigars and money, and the band out front kept playing so the walls would have something to say. Marchetti didn't send a car for a man he meant to bury. He sent one for a man he meant to talk to. I'd said a name out loud in a room a few nights back. This was the room answering.
Sit down. Have a drink. You look like a man who walked here through the rain just to hear bad news. It ain't bad news. See, a fella says a certain name in front of me. The polite thing, the reasonable thing, is to carry that name upstairs. Let the big people decide. That's the arrangement.
And you didn't carry it.
I sat on it. That's me, eating the cost so the city don't have to. You moved on me, I could have moved back. I didn't. That's respect, see? A man absorbs a thing instead of returning it. That's the most expensive gift there is. So now you know what I paid. Question is whether you got the manners to take it.
Manners are easy. It's the bookkeeping I'm stuck on. Quiet like this doesn't come free. Who closes the ledger?
There's a small fella, nobody. Knows a little more than a nobody oughta. He gets tidied up, the name stays in a drawer. And you keep breathing. And I keep my peace. Nothing personal in it. It's just a line that don't balance. And I'm a man who likes things to balance. You stay out, everybody keeps what they got. You reach in, well, then it ain't tidy no more. And neither are you.
There it was, laid out neat as a place setting. One man scrubbed off the books, and in trade I got to go on walking around a city that would never thank me for it. He'd absorbed my move. Now I was supposed to absorb his. A name kept buried, bought with a life I'd never see go under. The band kept playing, and I sat there doing the only arithmetic that ever mattered in this town. What a stranger's breathing was worth against my own. The payphone on Harbor and Vine had a cracked glass door and a dial tone that came and went like a bad alibi. I was halfway through a nickel I didn't need to spend when I heard footsteps that didn't bother to hurry in the rain. I knew the walk before I knew the man. 20 years of it. Brogan never ran for anything, least of all me.
Hang it up. Whoever's on the other end of that, they can't help you, and they can't hurt you either. Put it down and listen to a tired man for once in your life.
Last time you came looking for me, Patty, you had a warrant or a grudge. You don't look armed with either tonight.
I heard what you did. Heard you said it out loud. In the one room where saying it cost a man something. Carried that name myself for 20 years and never got to set it down where it'd land. You did. So I came to do one thing decent. Before this town talks me out of it. There's a freight that runs north off Pier 9. Thursdays, before the manifest gets read. No yard bull on it. I don't own a little. Your small man gets on it quiet. He's gone. No record. No Marchetti. Nobody the wiser. I do this. I get him clear of the city.
And the catch. There's always a catch in a gift from a cop.
The name never touches paper. Not a headline. Not a statement. Not one line in one file. It stays in that room where you spent it. The minute it's ink, the freight don't matter. They'll know who put him on it, and they'll bury the messenger and the man together. So you keep your mouth shut, or you kill him slower than Marchetti would.
Why, Patty, after everything, does this make us even?
Pier 9 Thursday. Don't be late and don't ask me that again.
He walked back into the rain without answering, which is how Brogan answers the questions that matter. A door had opened that was never hung on any frame. Not friendship, not war. Just one decent thing in a town that finds you for it. I had a way out for the small man now. It held on a single thread. The name had to stay unsaid. One slip, one print, one careless word, and the freight north turned into a hearse for two. The rain had quit sometime before 5, the way it always does when nobody's watching. Gray light came up off the harbor like it owed the city money. I'd worked the angles all night, and when the math was done, one small man was getting on a train, clean, instead of into the ground. That was the whole win. You could have carried it in a hat band.
You look like a man who didn't sleep. I'd say it suits you, but I've told enough lies this week. He's on the train. The squeeze is off him. Whatever you spent to do it, it took.
Somebody paid. Wasn't me, wasn't him. A stranger nobody'll name took the bill so I could keep breathing. That's how it works up here, where the air's thin.
You saved one man, and you think the city's lighter for it? Marchetti's drinking his coffee. The man you won't name is sleeping fine. The name's still out there, just quieter now, the way a fire's quieter under ash. You pulled one soul out of the water, detective. You didn't drain the harbor.
Never claimed I did. I claimed I'd pull the one I could reach. You came down here to say goodbye, Soft, so say it.
Goodbye, Soft. There's your mercy. One drop, paid back. Don't spend it waiting on a man who answers questions by not answering them. He'll let you have today. Don't go asking him for tomorrow.
Then she was gone, into the gray, and the platform held nothing but me and the smell of wet iron. I'd thrown the punch I was saving. This was the answer that came back. Not a fist, not a headline, just a bill handed to somebody smaller, so I could see one more dawn. The man at the top still hadn't said a word. The name was still in play, just lower now, banked under the ash. I'd survived the answer. I'd bought exactly one dawn, no more. And standing there in the cold light, I still couldn't tell you if it was worth the name I spent to earn it.